Have you ever been truly, completely snowed in?
Mm.
I mean, the kind of snow day where the world outside just kind of
Yeah.
stops.
Yeah, everything goes quiet.
Your usual routines are, well, obliterated. The constant hum of life goes silent. And you're left with yourself, maybe some comfort food, and sometimes, quite surprisingly, unexpected company.
Right.
It's in these moments of forced pause,
Right.
when everything slows down, that some of the most profound insights, maybe connections, can emerge.
It's a fascinating phenomenon, isn't it? Really powerful. When those external pressures fall away, our internal worlds and the dynamics between us, well, they often come into sharper focus.
Sometimes uncomfortably so.
Sometimes uncomfortably, yeah. What we often see is how quickly our everyday assumptions about ourselves and others can just dissolve under those intense shared circumstances.
Exactly. And that's precisely the experience we're digging into today. We've got this fantastic listener narrative, a really compelling account from a recent snowstorm that gives us this vivid window into, well, workplace dynamics, hidden personal values, and the remarkable power of finding common ground.
In the most unlikely places, I bet.
Totally unlikely. Think of it like peeking into someone's highly detailed personal journal from just a few incredibly revealing days.
Okay, I like that. So our mission for this deep dive is to unpack this snapshot of life, right?
Yeah.
We want to understand how this enforced isolation can lead to surprising self-discovery, maybe challenge our first impressions of people, and ultimately forge entirely new dynamics, even with people we thought we knew pretty well. It's about seeing those subtle shifts that reveal something deeper, more authentic.
So let's start with our main character, Mara. She's an EPA engineer.
Okay, EPA, Environmental Protection Agency.
Right, so safeguarding health and the environment. But for Mara, this particular snow day is far from restful. Imagine her frustration. She's stuck at home. No EPA-issued laptop.
Yeah.
Because her boss, Sean, just hasn't provided one yet.
That's frustrating. So she can't work.
Pretty much. While her team's trying to fix some technical issue related to her grad work, Mara's completely sidelined. Sean even texts her to take the day to answer emails and stuff like that.
Oh.
Yeah, and adds, "We don't really need you." Just dismissive.
Wow. Okay, so this isn't just about a missing laptop then.
Not at all.
It sounds like a symptom of deeper issues she's facing at work. The source material, it highlights this pattern, right?
Yeah, it does.
Sean routinely disregards her input only to, paraphrase her ideas later and pass them off as his own.
Exactly. Her internal monologue is really telling. She observes, "I know I'm not imagining that his most egregious behavior is always directed at me."
And she connects that to being a woman in STEM.
Yeah, she muses about her woman in STEM chin, feeling like a pity diversity hire in this male-dominated engineering team, not really a valued professional.
That's such an insidious kind of dismissal, isn't it? It really grinds you down.
Totally. So Mara's stuck at home, feeling isolated, disconnected, and just, well, bored.
Cabin fever setting in.
Big time. She's watching YouTube videos about Stegosaurus plates.
Stegosaurus plates, okay.
Painting her nails, writing a half-assed post for my bachelor blog.
So trying anything to pass the time.
Pretty much. And her reflections show this broader emotional isolation, too. Strained relationship with her parents, a really jaded view on dating, summed up as, men, no thank you. She feels like she's in this muffled white cocoon. It's a perfect metaphor for her restless, almost existential boredom.
That sense of isolation, that restlessness, it's really key to understanding her story, I think.
How so?
Well, she's reaching for any distraction, right? And her internal thoughts, they reveal this deep-seated need for connection, even if she doesn't quite acknowledge it. This emotional landscape, it really sets the stage for the unexpected turns her story takes. Because it's in that void, that's where something entirely new can kind of emerge.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And speaking of something new, this restlessness really contrasts with the other key player here, her housemate, Liam Harding.
Ah, the roommate.
Right. Now, Mara's first impressions paint a very clear picture of Liam, almost a stereotype.
Okay, what's he like? Or what does she think he's like?
Aloof, stern, incredibly professional, often seen in a suit, even working from home.
Best suit at home. Okay.
Yep. He works for FGP Corp. And for Mara, FGP is basically shorthand for, environmentally questionable practices.
Right. She probably has some choice words for them internally.
Oh, yeah. She vividly imagines their goal is freeing the planet from the evil clutches of photosynthesizing plants.
Okay, so quite the villain in her mind.
Definitely. It's a stark contrast she draws, isn't it? Her internal monologue is pretty vivid. She notes his height, he's imposing, describes his home office like a do not go to the West Wing Beauty and the Beast situation.
Off limits, got it.
Exactly. And she wonders about his personal life, maybe a bit cynically. What's fascinating is how her restless energy just bounces off his intense focus.
So he's like super dedicated.
He's working 16-hour days, even during a snowstorm.
Yeah.
A complete enigma to her. And this initial judgment from Mara, that's a key theme we'll see get challenged.
A total mystery. Okay. But you said that starts to crack.
It does. The turning point comes with a meal and a muted argument.
Ah, intrigue.
Mara's downstairs, and she overhears Liam on this heated phone call upstairs.
Ah, what did she hear?
Just muffled words. But she catches things like wrong, unethical, and opposed, followed by quite a few firm no's.
So not the calm, collected guy she imagined.
Not at all. This is the first real glimpse behind that stern facade, you know. Suggests some underlying conflict. It kind of humanizes him.
Absolutely. A crack in the armor. And then what happens?
Then the scene shifts. Liam comes downstairs looking, as Mara puts it, like murder. That is more than usual.
Huh.
He's just intensely staring into the fridge like he'd like to strangle each and every jar of tartar sauce.
Wow. Okay, so he's clearly upset, visibly distressed.
Very. And this vulnerability prompts Mara to have what she calls a very stupid idea.
Which is?
Inviting him to share her leftover Chinese takeout. Just a simple gesture.
Well, probably feels huge in that context.
Totally. And his reaction, it's incredibly revealing.
How does he react?
He looks at her like, I just offered to go rob a bank together.
Whoa.
Yeah. He's super cautious, takes an inordinate amount of time to answer, then he's really awkward accepting. And in that moment, Mara realizes.
What?
This unexpected social uncertainty in this seemingly unshakable guy, it's a huge aha moment for her and for us. Sure. Shows there's way more to Liam than meets the eye.
It really is. That simple human gesture, just seeing his distress, it becomes the catalyst.
Yeah.
And his caution, that hesitation, it highlights how deep that social uncertainty runs. Such a contrast to his professional control. It's a key example of how just a small act can open up new connections.
So they end up sharing the food. Mara is still watching The Bachelorette.
Okay, trashy TV time.
Right. And Liam, even though he still looks a bit like he wouldn't mind trashing the entire house, he actually stays put.
He stays. Interesting.
And here's where the unexpected gets kind of profound. Liam, the stern lawyer guy, starts getting into The Bachelorette.
No way.
Seriously. He's squinting at the TV, asking questions like, based on what? They all look the same.
Okay, he's engaging.
Totally. And eventually, he yells right alongside Mara, Cheryl, what the hell? When someone makes a bad choice.
Oh, that's brilliant. They bonded over Cheryl.
Pretty much. Mara's internal told you. Just perfectly captures this huge shift in their dynamic.
It's a fantastic moment of unexpected common ground, isn't it?
It really is.
And those small details, him stretching his legs out next to hers on the coffee table, sharing a beer, the crab rangoon while waiting for the next episode, that's what cements it. It shows how these shared, unpretentious moments, even over trashy TV, can just melt away those carefully built facades.
Yeah, reveal common ground that serious talks maybe never could.
Exactly. It's vulnerability leading to this unexpected intimacy. Powerful stuff.
It's truly transformative, and from that point, Liam's layers really start peeling back.
Okay, what else does she find out?
Well, she watches him shoveling snow for hours, finds it hypnotic, notes how effortless he seems.
Okay, physical labor, different side of him.
And then a really subtle but clear hint of thoughtfulness. She falls asleep on a couch later, wakes up to find a soft, heavenly-smelling blanket laid over me.
Okay. So he's not just stern and professional. There's care there.
Seems like it. And that quiet thoughtfulness, it gets underscored later when Mara discovers his hidden passion.
Ooh, another layer. What is it? Nature photography.
Get out. The guy who works for evil FGP Corp.
Yep. She finds these professional-level good black and white photos, national parks, nature scenes, directly contradicts her assumption that he hates the environment.
Wow. How does he explain that?
Well, he clarifies, with a bit of humor, I might not compost my own feces or hold my breath to avoid emitting CO2, but I do like nature.
Huh. Okay, so he has personal values that clash with her perception of his job.
Exactly. Which leads Mara to connect the dots. She confronts him directly.
Okay, how does that go?
She asks how he can work for FGP Corp. a company that lobbies to eliminate carbon taxes, totally against environmental protection, while also respecting Helena.
His aunt, right, who's Mara's environmentalist mentor.
Right. And loving nature himself through his photography. It's a direct challenge, a critical moment for understanding.
Yeah, putting him on the spot. What does he say?
It's a really candid explanation. He just comes out and says, it's a shitty company and I hate everything it stands for.
Whoa, okay. Didn't expect that level of honesty.
Me neither.
Yeah.
He explains he feels obligated to a mentor, an old professor who helped him a lot and recruited him there.
Okay. Loyalty versus values.
Kind of. But, crucially, he adds that he thinks it's a good thing that I'm around sometimes to run interference between them and my boss when it's necessary.
So, trying to mitigate harm from the inside.
That's the idea. It offers this nuanced view of working within a system you dislike, shows his internal conflict, his integrity, and it links right back to that argument she overheard.
The unethical opposed call.
Yeah.
It makes sense now. He was fighting something internally.
Exactly. Revealed his personal fight within the system.
What's so fascinating here is how that openness, that honesty from Liam, allows Mara to be vulnerable too.
How so? What does she share?
She opens up about her own workplace frustrations, specifically mentions a colleague, Ted, who keeps asking her out, making things awkward.
Okay.
Crossing a line there.
Yeah. She's maybe still downplaying it a bit, calling it just awkward, but she's sharing something really personal and uncomfortable.
And how does Liam react to that?
His reaction is incredibly strong, immediate.
Yeah, protective. Very. He immediately labels it sexual harassment, sees right through the awkward description.
Good for him.
And he expresses this strong desire to talk to him, even asks for Ted's last name.
Whoa, getting serious.
Yeah. And when Mara tries to lighten it, jokes that maybe Liam will pour a barrel of oil on his house, Liam just looks away. Like the thought wasn't entirely out of line for him, like he had a plan.
Wow, okay. That reveals a whole other side, this powerful protective instinct, something Mara had no idea was there.
Definitely not. And her surprise is palpable. Her internal thought is basically, I guess I have a 6'3" mountain of muscles in my corner now. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, you can feel the shift for her. From feeling totally isolated, having to handle everything alone, to suddenly having this unexpected, maybe slightly intimidating protector. It's a huge moment of burgeoning trust. And maybe care.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? How many Liams are out there in our own lives?
Whose outward persona or job title just completely masks this deep capacity for care, or totally different values underneath.
Yeah. Liam's actions, that quiet thoughtfulness, the blanket, the protective anger, they speak so much louder than his initial aloofness ever did.
Definitely. So what does this all mean for their dynamic moving forward?
It's just a profound transformation. They've moved way beyond just circumstantial roommate.
Towards intentional connection.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Shared meals, Mara actually starts making enough for two soup. There's this growing comfort, real understanding between them.
That's lovely.
And you get this moment where Liam gives a full, real smile, his first in my presence. Mara notices everything, the clear brown of his eyes, the lopsided way his lips stretch.
Seeing him properly for the first time.
Exactly. It's just a beautiful, genuine moment of human connection after all the guards came down.
It really is. This whole journey culminates in that genuine moment, breaking through all those layers of professional masks and personal girdedness.
Yeah.
But just as they find this new rhythm, this new ease, the source leaves us hanging, right?
Total cliffhanger. Liam's phone rings again. And a female voice on the other end just says his name. Hints at, further complexities. An ongoing story beyond just this snow day.
Perfect. A reminder that life and people are always unfolding, never quite figured out.
What a fantastic narrative to dive into. It just vividly illustrates how Mara's day, which started with such isolation and workplace frustration.
Yeah, total despair.
Unexpectedly transformed into this day of surprising connection and really profound personal revelations.
Sure.
All sparked by a snowstorm and a simple offer of leftover Chinese food.
The power of perception really shines through here, doesn't it?
Totally.
Those initial judgments, the assumptions about others, whether it's Liam's sternness, his job, or even, the Bachelorette,
right.
They can be just beautifully overturned by a bit of vulnerability and shared experience. Those aha moments, discovering Liam's real values, his complex motives, they're incredibly insightful. Push us to look deeper.
Absolutely. It powerfully reinforces the idea that people, and even situations that seem mundane, are often so much more nuanced, more layered than they first appear. True understanding, it really does come from looking beyond the obvious, being open to what unfolds.
So as you go about your day, maybe think about your own perceptions. We encourage you to reflect.
Yeah.
What assumptions are you making about the Liam in your own life? Or maybe even the Cheryl on your screen? Assumptions that a little curiosity, maybe a shared meal, or just a moment of unexpected connection might completely shatter.
Yeah, and think about the hidden layers within the people and the situations you encounter every day.